And so I sort of started going through the archive, and then pictures my mum had in boxes and stuff like that. It's actually a more difficult process than you think.
Hello, who's this?
I look. Oh, am I cute or just awful? I'm not
sure. You look like you got your school uniform on.
You looked a bit surprised.
I know. I think I had. This is the only picture of me that exists of me singing in Ponting's holiday camp, because that's where I started when I was about 14, 15, going in for talent competitions. And on that particular one, I was singing with the band. And
we're jumping forward in great leaps here. Can we go back?
That's the Royal Albert Hall with the orchestra.
The Pontins moment.
How was it?
When you see that picture, do you know what you were singing? Can you, as your memory, can it sort of take you back to time and place?
The song that I used to sing a lot was Young Girl, get out of my... Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. So the first song I ever sung on stage was Lady Madonna. Forgot the words halfway through. Tried to be so cool as I walked off stage, but it was, and I've had nightmares about forgetting lyrics, which I've done on many occasions, by the way.
What did you just do the same verse over and over again? How do you?
I've done that. Well, I've even forgotten the second verse of Gold once, which was, how did I do that?
Well, that was my question. How did you forget?
I don't know. It's a distraction from the audience or something like that, and then I just put the mic out. And
got them to sing
it. And then they sing it, and then I catch up. You know,
it would be more embarrassing if you forgot the catchphrase, as in the main line, wouldn't it?
The chorus.
Yes, the chorus.
Gold,
yellow, yellow, or something else. But that is a very good trick. Is the audience knows the song, don't they?
Well, certain songs. I mean, you know, we've been on tour the whole of March in this 40th anniversary tour, and we're back again in May. And the great thing is that all the classic songs are there, plus new songs, new single and everything else, and some weird stuff as well, but weird but great. But the classic songs like Through the Barricade, Gold and True and Only When You Leave, I mean, the audience know every word. And what's been interesting is that those people that followed us when we were very young, and they were very young, and they're bringing their kids along to the concerts as well, which is kind of weird. And you're seeing these 19, 20-year-olds singing along to every word, which is fantastic.
But it happens, doesn't it? Like, so I think I grew up with ABBA and the Carpenters, and I know all the words, even though when I was a teenager, it was nothing, no one was listening to that. So your family, and you must have had the same experience.
Yeah, I mean, with my family, my mum and dad would always play Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Jack Jones, Ella Fitz, and then my dad got into the Carpenters, Carole King, Tapestry,
perfect
stuff,
album.
always into Johnny Mathis and stuff. So there was a big vocal influence from all those classical, what I call classic singers. Even though I was a punk rocker and everything else, but that had a massive influence on the way that I kind of sing.
In the book, there are some. I mean, it's full of terrific images. Only a few of them we've got, but you have along the way been to some amazing places. You know, with the band, you know, touring the world, and moments in time. In places possibly people might have forgot, or maybe you even forgot.
Well, there have been moments where I forgot, that's for sure. I think what's nice about this book is that what we didn't want to do is do the standard, there's a pose shot, there's a pose shot. So when we approached the photographers, we said, look, what are the pictures that have never been released? And I like those shots. For instance, the back of the book is a shot of me, literally, I'd just come off stage, sweating, got a can of beer. You know, I think that was in Cardiff back in 1980, 81. And they're the shots that I like. There's a great shot of myself and the guys eating donuts by, I think, the Brooklyn Bridge, dressed like Robin Hood. I've never seen that shot before, and that's what we wanted to do do for the fans.
Did you say dressed like Robin Hood?
Well, yeah, we all dressed like Robin Hood, didn't we?
Who was your stylist at that time?
Well,
and how did you agree on a look?
Well, in the very early days, it was what was happening in the clubs and everything else. That was the style. So, for instance, the Blitz Club with Steve Strange, bless him, and Rusty Egan, that was a kind of more of a futurist look. Le Kilt, which was a club run by Chris Sullivan.
Can I just say, I mean, this is, I don't know if we can get this. Camera 5, OK. I mean, that is a look.
Yeah.
Part of the joy, and we're not altogether dissimilar in age, of that time and place, was that it was a bit like anything goes. You could get away with pretty much anything.
Well, you put your mum's blouse on and you were well away.
Did you?
They probably did. My mum's watching there, so Mum, I will return it shortly, I promise.
It was fun. It was a fun time, though, wasn't it? There were no.
It was amazing.
You could do all sorts of things on stage and war and.
I think the thing about that period is that it was a sea change. I mean, I'm not one who does, even though I've done a sort of retrospective book, although it is really up to date as well, with family pictures
right to recent times.
Right until recent times. I'm not someone that looks back in the past all the time, but it was a defining decade in terms of the music, the fashion, post-punk, loved punk, but the kind of whole new Romo thing was quite incredible. And a sea change politically, economically. I mean, this country went through massive changes during that period, and dressing up was all part of it.
What did any photos that came your way that kind of were unearthed, did you just say, there is no way that is being seen?
No, I quite like something that's a bit left field. I'm not one of these...
You're not embarrassed or anything?
No, you can't. I mean, you can look back at some of the fashions and say, wow, did I really wear that? But actually, I don't have any regrets at all, because at the time I thought we all looked fantastic.
Do you know what might happen during the publicity for this, and it might have even after this programme, is that people get in touch and say, well, I was at Pontins in whatever year, and I took a picture of it. That might happen, so you might have some late additions you need to put in.
Well, there's a second copy there. I can feel it coming, you know.
Yeah, but there will be, won't there? There'll be some people who say, do you know what, I do remember that. I remember him singing.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, the biggest problem we had with the book was getting really good quality pictures, because although, you know, you take lots of pictures on your phone and stuff, they're not always the best, and the stuff that you took in the sort of 60s and 70s on those little Instamatics just wasn't good enough.
And you had to keep them physically, didn't you?
Yeah,
the images.
So, and I miss a bit of that. So this, at least we've put it in the book, and so the book's out, the single's out, the tour's out, and everything's... It's quite a celebration, actually, to do 40 years in this music business, which is not an easy business, is something. So
you're still here.
I'm still surviving. Get rid of these bags, will you?
No, they're fine. You've got a new album out as well. Still working on new
stuff.
Well,
that'll be out later on in the year. I've just got to finish it. It will be finished.
Good luck with it, Tony.
Thank you very much.